us diaspora babies, the first 2 years, I always say I don't think you should travel. As I've matured, the brand has evolved also. Vanessa Gyan. I am a media personality, a mompreneur, and a philanthropist based right here in Accra, Ghana. So I'm a media personality. I actually studied television, radio communications, and public relations at Brooklyn College in New York City. So I have a degree in the media space or the communication space. I work in TV, both on screen and behind the scenes. A mompreneur, I'm a mom to an amazing 5-year-old. My son is Aaron. And I also own the Modern Day Mom, Modern Day Toddler Boutique. It's all about creating an experience when you walk into this boutique. It's everything mommy and children, everything fabulous, and everything to make your life easier as a mom. And also, I'm a philanthropist. I run the NGO, the Sincerely Be Foundation. Our main initiative is the Post-Pregnancy Bougie Express. It's a maternal health awareness initiative, and we throw baby showers. We educate moms on the importance of pre-postnatal care. We pay their discharge bills, moms who are detained due to their financial status. We create care packages. We have bi-yearly events. It's a whole experience for moms from low-income families. So the funny thing is, working in New York in the media industry, my first gig came from Twitter. So I literally, I don't know if I graduated after all. I was just about to graduate, and I was just on Twitter looking through, and a job opportunity came up with this lady called Anastasia. She had a magazine, and she was looking for someone to do an interview with Joe Judah, the boxer. And I was like, okay, let me just try. What's the most that could happen? She'll just say no. She sent me back an email, and she's like, you know what? Let's give you a try. Gave me the date, the location, and that was literally my first major opportunity, Joe Judah's interview. And from there, everything it was a trickle effect. I interned at a PR firm, FYI PR, where I gained so much experience. And within months, I got a permanent position, which was major. And that was, Tammy, who owns FYI PR, had been in the media space, the industry for years. So even sitting under her and Aisha was just a great experience. And then I started working with my friend. She's so major, Sharice. She lives in the Bahamas, but she was actually schooling in New York. She launched the website. We became one of the hottest blogs, influenced by the likes of, at the time, Nicole Bitchie. And that's when I started getting my red carpet experiences. And that's when I started interviewing the likes of Adrienne Bailon, Boyz II Men, Swiss Beats, and so much more. So I gained a solid experience in a short time. So, crazy enough, I'm a New York girl. Accra was never on my wish list, on my mood board. I was like a New York girl. I love the hustle and bustle of New York. I came back 10 years ago, just on holiday, and then the opportunity came about to work in media. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity. If it doesn't work out, I can move back to New York. I have somewhere to go back to. And yeah, I took the opportunity, and it's now been officially 9 years. Yeah, November 9 years ago is when I started working at ETV under Global Media Alliance. Ghana in general, it's an interesting process. 9 years later, I still feel like I'm growing, I'm learning. I don't think I'll ever get used to full-time being in Ghana, even though I live here full-time, because there's elements of New York that I will always miss. But there's been so much growth, especially in my career. And I don't know if that growth would have happened if I were in New York also. Okay, so an experience that I will always remember. I had started working at ETV, and they put me to work at a movie premiere with our former president, the late J.J. Rollins. And when we got to the red carpet, we were told, no one asks questions, no one. And I was thinking to myself, wait, what? I'm used to being on the red carpet, asking all the questions. They were like, no one asking questions. And the hustler in me, I need to get to ETV and get this footage. The hustler in me was like, I'm going to ask a question. And I did. And he responded. He answered and he was very excited. And I remember after people being like, oh my God, like, how did you do that? You know, even though they said no. And in my mind, I was just like, I don't know, it's normal. In New York, we're on the red carpet, we're hustling. No matter what, we're trying to get that interview, we're trying to get that moment. And that is when I knew that, you know what, I have to have my New York spirit in this country. If not, like, you're gonna be left behind. When I started 9 years ago, it was the Sincerely V brand. And I brought that from New York. And it was just about speaking to other young girls about life and giving advice. You know, I had the Sincerely V show. But as I've matured, the brand has evolved also. So from Sincerely V, which was like a single woman, you know, living her best life, you know, career driven, to now being a mom, the modern day mom, who is still career driven, and she's raising this incredible son. For me, it's important to grow with your brand. And I think that those who have followed my career have seen like this evolution. It just flowed. And I think it wasn't a struggle, and it's not a struggle to evolve. I feel like if you're naturally evolving as a person, your brand should evolve also. I think it's important to evolve with your brand, otherwise you'll always be stuck in one place. And naturally, as humans, we're growing. Like for me, you know, I was single, you know, living my best life in New York. And as time went on, you know, I've become a mom. I'm more involved in maternal health awareness. I'm more involved in everything mommy, everything baby. Like I said, it's been a natural progression. If I were to be a mom, but I'm still who I was 9 years ago, it's like a conflict, because your maturity level even is still what it was then. So it's very important to evolve and understand who you are as you're evolving. You don't want to it's not about shifting and becoming this different person. It's like I keep saying, the evolution of you. It was natural, you know. I love, anyone who knows, I love being a mom. I enjoy being a mom. I enjoy everything mommyhood. So for me, the fact that I enjoy it, I always want other women to enjoy it. So that's what really sparked even my NGO. I wanted other women to feel how I feel. So funny enough, 4 years ago, I was in New York on holiday with my son, and I bought him some headphones. And I thought, oh my God, these headphones are really cool. I've never seen them in Ghana. I'm in like other mommy groups. And I thought, you know what, let me put it in the group and see if other moms would want it. And a lot of moms are coming back, oh my God, those are nice when you come back to Ghana. And in my mind, I'm like, no, you need to pre-order, because it wasn't in my mind that I was gonna go there to like start anything. And they pre-ordered. Like when I say I came back with suitcases of these headphones that were already paid for. So that sparked like, okay, this could be something. Let me continue to just investigate in a sense and educate myself to see what I know my son would love, but they don't have it out here. And that's how the modern day toddler started. And then I started bringing in baby things and kitty things and selling it from home and selling it within my mommy groups, and they would sell out like so fast. Did I think though I would expand it to what I have now? To be honest, no. But it has expanded. And not only now is it modern day toddler, it's the modern day mom, where I also bring in the most amazing products to make mommy's life easier pre and post pregnancy. Okay, so sometimes people would order, and if I can't travel out, thankfully I have an amazing mom and sisters who are in New York, and they put in the work for me. And then there's also products that I just bring in without anyone ordering, because I just know that once it hits the market, it will definitely sell. Honestly, it's not as easy as people think, because now I have a whole space. But for me, as much as when people come in, there's the clothes and the products, it's an experience when you walk in, and we are even expanding more, like to the point that we're gonna have read-along sessions, we're gonna have coloring sessions, yoga sessions for moms, twerk classes for moms. Like the modern day mom, modern day toddler boutique is, like I keep saying, a full experience. Like people always ask what was the inspiration, and for me it's like a boutique in Midtown New York where you walk in, everything is like, it's easy, you know, you're not hustling to find things, you know, you get champagne upon arrival, you know, it's a whole experience. But this experience is not easy. And I know they say the first year of when you really launch your business, like on this scale, is going to be the hardest, like the first year or two. And especially now, in the times we're in, it is difficult, but I'm pushing through. It takes a lot of hustling. One thing I do tell people though, in general, I don't do that late night, early mornings, like not catching sleep to run the business. I'm someone that if I'm up at 6, by 7, my day is done. And I make sure everything is done between. I don't feel like you need to not sleep to have success. I feel like you need the sleep to be successful. But I'm always on top of myself. Right now I'm like, okay, we have new stock coming in next week. How am I gonna shift things around? We have a sale coming because I wanna like get rid of a lot of things in the store. So we're having like a 25% off sale. So I'm trying to think, okay, how am I gonna get people to come in? What do they need? And we've expanded, like we do custom made bedroom sets for children. So it's all about what do I know people need? What would I like? What do my friends want? What do my other mommy friends discuss? And just really putting it on paper and then just starting to execute it one by one. But trust me, it's not easy. I think once you know your niche, it makes things easier. I know that my price points, there's a group of mummies that no matter what will come in and purchase, because this is what they love. I think you really have to know your niche, your customers, what they want. And I think after a while you start to figure out, okay, this is not selling, so I'm not gonna bring that back in. Let me bring in something else, and things of that sort. So far, everything has been selling and continues to sell, we thank God. I'm specific with the brands I bring in, so you won't see that there's so many different brands. I know the Frida Mom and Frida Baby brands are 2 of the most high-rated brands for mommy and toddler in the world. So I know that when I stock them, they will sell. So I'm is either the #1 brands that I hear mummies always talking about, clothing pieces that I know that will, you know, mummies would love, things that my son wears that people are like, oh my God, I love this. So then I stock it in the store. But so far, everything has been moving, and we thank God. So it's not easy. And we all know there's hundreds of mummy boutiques and children's boutiques in Ghana. But you have to know your market. You have to know how to sell yourself. Why are people coming into your store? What are they gaining? Some people might come into my store just because the experience. They love how it looks, so it makes them want to buy. The customer service, maybe that's what it is that brings the people. But you really have to sell your brand in a way that people would always want to come back all the time. And not only that, they'll tell other people. Word of mouth, especially in Ghana, is like, once someone says it's A, people will run towards A. So you also want it to always be like a positive word of mouth that's being spread about your business. It takes time. You know, I know a lot of people, especially now, Ghana, there's this hype. They come in and they think everything is just gonna blow up for them. It's just gonna be success right off the ground. Even in the 9 years, I'm not where I want to be. But one thing is that I am a hustler. I'm not one to give up easily. You really have to put your mind that this is what I'm going to do and this is how it's going to happen. And even on the worst days, the next day you pick yourself up and say, you know what, this is what I want, so I'm not going to give up. I think people give up too easily. And I also say something about us diaspora babies. The first 2 years, I always say I don't think you should travel. You should stick and stay in Ghana, because those 2 years is when you will kind of put your foot in the ground. I feel like within the 2 years you come and then you go and you're going to be confused. For me, I stayed 2 years straight the first 2 years. And then after that, I started going back and forth again. But you really have to cement yourself. Networking, you should network and really be strong-willed and confident in what you have. Like, I don't want you to come and you're wary of who you are. Oh, am I doing this right? If you're coming, come with that game face, like this is what I'm gonna do and no one is gonna stop me.